Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're completely demystifying at-home cardiovascular fitness. Forget the old idea that you need to spend hours grinding away at the gym. We're using the latest scientific guidelines to show you exactly how to build a highly effective cardio routine literally right in your own living room. Let's get right into it. Okay, so look at this question. Do you really need a gym, heavy equipment, or hours of free time? This is the exact hurdle holding so many of us back, right? We kind of get brainwashed into thinking that without a pricey gym membership, a massive basement full of heavy iron, or, 2 solid hours of free time every single day, we just can't get into great shape. Well, the science says otherwise, and we're going to prove it today. Here's our roadmap for today's explainer. 1. The daily movement baseline. 2. Understanding heart rate zones. 3. HIIT versus steady state cardio. 4. Zero equipment workouts. 5. Budget home equipment. And finally, building your perfect routine. Moving to section 1, the daily movement baseline. What are the rules? Let's look at what leading health organizations actually recommend we do to stay healthy. See that number, 150? That right there is your golden target. The American Heart Association recommends getting at least 150 minutes of moderate intensity aerobic activity every week. Now, I know that might sound like a lot up front, but if you break it down, it's really just over 20 minutes a day. And the AHA emphasizes a really crucial rule here. Move more, sit less. Honestly, any light activity, even just standing up and marching in place while you're on a call, is always better than just sitting there. Next up, section 2, understanding heart rate zones and the science of intensity. Because to make those 150 minutes actually count, you need to know how hard your heart is working. To understand intensity, you've first got to find your ceiling. The Cleveland Clinic relies on this incredibly simple mathematical formula as the foundational baseline for figuring out your maximum heart rate. You just take the number 220 and subtract your current age. So say you're 40 years old, your estimated maximum heart rate is 180 beats per minute. Boom, simple as that. Every single workout you do scales off this one number. Now, what's truly fascinating here, like really mind-blowing, is how your heart rate literally dictates what kind of fuel your body is burning. Look at zones 1 and 2, where you're working at about 50 to 70% of your max. At this moderate level, your body is primarily burning stored fat for energy. But as you push into the high and peak intensities of zones 4 and 5, where you're breathing so hard you literally can't speak, your body needs faster energy, so it switches over to burning carbs and protein. It brilliantly illustrates that you definitely don't always have to be gasping for air just to burn fat. All right, section 3, HIIT versus steady state cardio. Choosing your battle. Now that we understand those zones, how do we actually apply them? So the absolutely crucial point here is choosing the right method for your specific body and schedule. On one side, we've got HIIT, high-intensity interval training. This is where you spike your heart rate up into those zones 4 and 5 for short, max-effort bursts. Research shows HIIT is highly time-efficient, and it triggers something called EPOC. That's a prolonged afterburn effect, where you actually continue burning calories for up to 24 hours after you stop exercising. Crazy, right? Then, on the other side is steady-state cardio. This keeps you comfortably in those fat-burning zones 2 and 3. It's an absolute must for building cardiovascular endurance, plus it's low impact, which makes it totally accessible and joint-friendly for pretty much everyone. To prove just how wildly efficient HIIT can be, check out this number. A recent PubMed study revealed that just 8 minutes, yes, literally 8 minutes of very low-volume burpee interval training significantly improved vertical jump performance in active adults. It actually beat out traditional sprint training in real-world scenarios. Think about that. Just 8 minutes of intense effort can completely change what your body is physically capable of. Moving right along to section 4, zero equipment cardio workouts, your arsenal. Let's dive into the actual moves you can do right this second, no matter your fitness level and without spending a single dime. Here's your zero equipment arsenal curated straight from top fitness experts. If you're a beginner, just start with butt kicks and marching in place to gently get that heart rate up. Feeling intermediate? Try adding in some squat jumps and lateral shuffles for a bit more intensity. For the advanced crowd, mountain climbers and burpees are going to push you straight into that EPOC afterburn zone. And hey, if you're over 40 or just need to protect your joints, low-impact moves like the yogic malasana squat and side lunges are fantastic for safely building heart health and hip mobility. But please, before you jump right in, let's prioritize safety and avoid these super common mistakes. The absolute biggest one, skipping your warm-up. You really need 5 to 10 minutes of light movement so you don't pull a muscle right out of the gate. Also, never ever sacrifice proper form just to move faster, especially on things like squats and lunges.
And watch out for overtraining. Doing high-intensity intervals every single day is just going to lead to burnout and injury, not faster results.
Okay, Section 5, Compact Budget Home Equipment, enhancing your space. What if you want a little extra push, but you're working with a tiny apartment and a super tight budget? Honestly, it's amazing how easily you can upgrade your daily movement without turning your living room into some bulky commercial gym. An underdesk treadmill easily slides right beneath your sofa and lets you hit your daily cardio goals while you're just checking emails. A folding magnetic rower offers an incredible full-body burn and literally tucks away in a closet. Knee issues? A mini underdesk bike gives you silent, low-impact movement. And the absolute undisputed king of budget cardio? A weighted jump rope. It takes up minimal space but delivers a massive, fast calorie burn. Finally, Section 6, Building Your Perfect Routine. Execution. We've got the science, we've got the moves, now let's actually put this puzzle together. Here's how this all builds into an actionable workout you can start tonight. The American Heart Association provides this exact blueprint. Step 1, just pick 3 or 4 moves from our earlier list, maybe, jumping jacks, push-ups, high knees, and a plank. Step 2, alternate between them in 30-second bursts. Do that for 3 minutes total. Step 3, rest and repeat that entire circuit 2 or 3 times. It's incredibly simple, highly customizable, and honestly astonishingly effective. And keep this in mind, you really don't want to do the exact same thing every single day. The optimal strategy for your body, and let's be real, your mind, is a varied mix. Aim for 2 to 3 sessions of high-intensity intervals, balanced out with 2 to 3 sessions of steady-state cardio, like a brisk walk or a light jog. This balanced approach protects your joints, prevents those annoying weight loss plateaus, and just keeps your routine from feeling like a boring chore. As we wrap up, I want to leave you with this thought. Now that you have the science, the tools, and the exact blueprint to transform your cardiovascular health from the comfort of your own home, what is honestly stopping you from taking that very first step right now? Clear a small space in your living room, set a timer for just 15 minutes, and see what your body is capable of today. Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and I'll catch you next time.